Welcome to the new tutorial on Blender. Take a new file and then delete everything. Let me turn on the screencast keys. Create a new cube. Now you can scale it using S. You can scale it in specific directions. Like if you press S and then Z, then you can scale it in Z axis. If S and then X, then you can scale in X axis. If you press S and Y, then you can scale in Y axis. So we are creating a pillar today. I will show you how to do that. S and Z. Use some height. Now go to edit mode. And now for vertex selection, you can use 1. For edge selection, you can use 2. For the face selections, you can use 3. So don't get confused. I am using the alphanumeric keys. 1. Now select the top face. Just press E to extrude, and you can adjust any height, only a little bit. Now resize it using S, and then again press E and then extrude it again like this. So it will be the base on the top. Same as that we can create here, but if you want exactly, then we can use this. Control R to create a loop cut. Control R, don't forget that. Control R, just left click it and then again right click it. Now you get a loop in the middle. Separate the top one and the bottom one. We use V to just divide both of them using that loop. You see, now it is totally 2 parts. Now we have to delete the lower one. Hover the mouse onto the lower object and then press L to select the downside faces. Now click on X and then delete vertex. You see, now we have half of the pillar. Now if you want to create exactly like the top in the bottom, then we can use the modifier, mirror modifier. Let's go into the modifiers tab, click on add modifier and then mirror modifier. See, nothing will be changed. Now click on Z and deselect X. Now you see it is a complete pillar. Now if you go to edit mode, you can only edit the top one. You cannot select the bottom one. So now select this loop using Alt and then right click. So you will select the loop. Now likewise you can also select multiple loops using Shift, Alt and right click. Now you want a little smooth pillar. Bevel it. You can use the bevel like this, or you can directly use Control B. See that? Control B and then just dragging your mouse. If you want more loops in the middle, then you can just scroll up. See? When you observe now, you see flat shaded. So you can just search for 2.8 and onwards, it will be F3 for search, and for 2.7 it is space. So search for smooth, object shade smooth, click on it. See this, it is totally smooth, but we don't want that. Now go to the object data properties and then go to normals, click on auto smooth. Now see, what we need is what we get. Now you see we can also create it here, like just by clicking on Alt and then right click to select the loop and then beveling it, Control V. You see it's not creating exactly what we need. Go back to object mode and then click on Control A. Don't forget, click on Control A for applying transform properties. So I use rotation scale. Now when you see this, Control B. Now you see it was exact as we need. It is smooth. And now we also need here, Control V. Now this is a simple pillar and its size are just 756. Not totally optimized, but a good example for a beginner. If you want any details, you can create. Just go to edit mode and then create a loop here. Just bevel it and then bevel the middle one. Now let's select the middle one and change it. Now select bottom and top ones, bring them into like this using S and then Z. You see there is a cut here. Now like this you can create any details, but for now I am not showing everything. To delete loops or just dissolve loops, you can use Ctrl X to delete the loop. To add the loop we can use Ctrl R. To delete the loop we can use Ctrl X. So this is how a simple pillar will be made. Now you got your first 3D model. Now let's color it. Select the object, go to Material tab, click on New. Every time you create a new material, name it properly. It's pillar. And you have to name the object also. Select the pillar and click on F2. You will get a pop-up. Enter pillar and press enter. Now you want to see the changes here. What we do, you have to go to render view. It will be in the edge, or just you can directly go using rendering, or just go to material preview. It is better to use material preview sometimes. You see the change in color of the pillar. If you want to get realistic look, then change the render engine from EV to cycles if it is 2.8 or above. If it is 2.79, change the render engine from Blender renders to cycle renders. Now click on rendered view. You get a dim one. Add a light. Shift A to get this add context menu and then click on light sun. Now just rotate it using R is the shortcut to rotate. In any axis we can do like scaling. X for X axis, Y for Y axis, Z for Z axis. Now you see this is a low poly pillar. Now I will also show you how to bake this into an image. I will show you how to bake in Blender itself. Go to the renders properties, go to bake, let it be there. Now drag from the edge to create another workspace. Select it to shader editor. Press N to close the end panel. Press Shift A to get add context menu. Go to texture, select image texture. Click on here and click on new. Name the image as pillar. Click OK. Let it be there. Now go to UV editor and see how the UVs are. See, it is not in a right way. So we have to UV unwrap this also. I'll show you. Go to solid view. The flow of UVs is important. Then you should do with seams. Like I'll show you. Select the edges what you need. I'll select the top face totally and then press U and then click on mark seam. Now click on U and then unwrap, or else click on U again. Now you see it came as a box. Like this you have to create seams so that it will be in a perfect way. Now select this loop. Select all side loops, the middle ones. Press U and then mark seam. A to select everything. U and then press U again U. Now see we get a pillar structure here. Now go to shader editor. Click on the pillar image texture. Now here we have combined in the bake. Select diffuse. Deselect direct, indirect. Only color should be activated. And then just click on bake. Don't worry about the lower part. You will get it exactly like the upper one because it is a mirror image. Now check the UV what it created. See, the color is baked into a color map. So you have to save this. Save. I am saving it on desktop. Save image. Go to shader editor again. Now see this. Connect the nodes, pillar and then principal BSDF. Color to base color. Now you see it get a color. Creating image textures and baking is very important to import an object into game engines like Unity or Unreal Engine. So don't forget to bake it. Now we have this pillar and we want it to be a metallic pillar. Just change the principal BSDF nodes metallic to high. Now see something is changing, the shininess. As well as like that, change the roughness to low. Metallic roughness is too low. Now if you click on this, from 2.82 there is an option like scene world or scene lights. See this? It was reflecting some HDRI map which is by default in the 2.82 versions. The roughness is totally low, so it reflects everything. You see? This is how we can create different type of textures. Like just change it a little high. Now it is like a metallic. If you want like wood texture, then just for now I am deleting this. Change the color to some darkish brown. Change the metallic to 0. Roughness to high. And specular to a little high. You see, now it's not shining. So it will be made of a different surface. If you want exactly like a glass, then just change this transmission totally and reduce the roughness. exactly like a mirror. You can create different textures with Blender, and you can also bake them directly. I just shown you how to bake color texture. In the upcoming videos, I will be showing about normal bakings and high poly to low poly bakings and everything. So don't forget to subscribe. And then here is an extra tip. There are some websites like textures.com. Here you can find any textures, like from example for bricks, you have different models. Go to blocks and you see there are different textures. We use this so we create our desired materials. So don't forget about this website and about the polygon. This website is created by Blender Guru, the one from whom I learned about Blender. So this website has the best ever textures. So don't forget to check them out. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Your feedback is more valuable.